Imagine sitting down at your desk ready to work, opening up your laptop to dozens of notification bells going off with people who are excited and ready to work with you. Imagine having a list of people who have already qualified themselves, who are already interested in what you have to offer, and they're just waiting for you to tell them more about your business or your opportunity. This is the dream that today's episode is going to help you turn into a reality. These are the strategies and tools that top earners use to build their business and have an endless stream of leads reaching out to them. No more bugging friends and family, no more spamming your link and just hoping for the best, and most importantly, not showing up to your work to get stuff done and wondering, who the heck do I talk to? I'm Casey. If we haven't met yet, I simplify attraction marketing for social sellers so you can build a life-changing business on your own terms. If you are new here, the best compliment that you can give me is a thumbs up, and I invite you to subscribe for each week's episode. Now, when we get started marketing ourselves online, we often start with the people that are closest to us, our warm market. And often people will suggest that you have to go for a cold market approach in order to really expand your network and really reach those big numbers that you need to reach if you have big goals. But there's a whole pool of prospects that can be found between the cold and the warm markets, and that's what the top earners focus on. By creating content and value and marketing yourself online, you're able to take those cold market prospects, warm them up through your content so that they are ready to be warm, hot leads who are excited to talk to you about what you have to offer. And today I'm going to share with you 4 strategies that top earners use to build that endless stream of leads so that you always have people to talk to. The number 1 step is to get really crystal clear on who it is that you're talking to and who your ideal client avatar is. Often marketers just get so excited about what they have to offer and they think that it will serve and benefit everyone to have this product, so they reach out to everyone. In all of their marketing, they're talking to everybody. For example, people who sell skincare are talking to everybody who has skin. People who have health and wellness products are talking to anybody because everyone has a body that could be more fit. But what I am encouraging you to do now is to get really, really specific about your ideal client avatar. Spending time in the beginning getting clear on this will help so much so that you're not wasting your efforts talking to all of the wrong people. When you're talking to the right people and you're presenting the right content, then they will reach out to you. Part of what you're doing here in creating who your ideal client avatar is you're also clarifying who you're not talking to. And that can be really scary for marketers because we don't want to exclude anyone because we know that we have sales quotas to meet. We need to hit a certain amount in order to pay our bills. But when you get more specific on this, it actually opens up the floodgates even more. This also makes your content more personal and it helps you overcome some of those fears of speaking out about your product and your service. If you can imagine your ideal client in a perfect world and speak to that one person as if you're just speaking to your best friend who you already know loves what you have and loves what you have to offer and knows that it'll be a good solution for them, your marketing message will come across so much more clearly. And you want to dig here way past demographics. You want to get those things dialed in, but you also specifically want to think about what are their values and their beliefs. What are the challenges that they face and the solutions that they're looking for? What are the search terms that they type into Google? What keeps them up at night thinking about the world and their life and how they fit into it? You want to look at the shows that they watch, the books that they read. You want to think about all of these things and get a really clear picture of who your ideal client is, and then speak specifically to that one person. Even give your little avatar a name so that you feel like you are talking to an old trusted friend with all of your marketing. Down below in the comments, I'm going to link to Amy Porterfield's podcast about the ideal client avatar because she really dials this in and has an awesome worksheet that you can go through. I highly recommend going through that practice as soon as you decide on a new market or a new product to offer. The second piece to having an endless stream of leads coming in is to get outside of your comfort zone. Marketing yourself is an extremely uncomfortable activity, and you have to get comfortable with that fact. Did you know that the fear of public speaking is one of the highest rated fears of most of our population? Often when you're marketing yourself, you are public speaking. You're putting yourself out there and you're trying to speak to the public. So when you acknowledge this ahead of time and you know going in that you're going to have to get out of your comfort zone and you're going to have to do things that are really uncomfortable in order to reach that endless stream of leads, then you can be more prepared for it. Because if you just keep doing what you always have been doing, then you're just going to reach the same people that you've already been reaching. But you want to reach a whole new set of eyeballs, a whole new demographic of people in order to share your message so that they are able to decide whether they connect with it or not, and then reach out to you when they're interested. Now there's a million different ways that you can get uncomfortable or get outside of your comfort zone to reach more people. If you're working online, I highly recommend video. You might be starting a blog, you might be doing YouTube episodes, you might be going live on social media or just in your Instagram stories. Whatever it is, when you put yourself out there for more people to see, then more people have the opportunity to decide if it's something that they're connected with or not. So figure out what your personal tools are to get you in that place where you feel confident enough to show up and share your message. I have a really good resource for this, and it's about tapping into your instincts. So if you want to view that, I highly recommend it. So if you want to find ways to feel more comfortable getting outside of your comfort zone, then tap into your intuition, add that to your watch list. The third piece is to be consistent. In order for someone to reach out to you, it often takes viewing your content multiple times. Some people say 7, 10. It might be even more with today's social media because not every person is going to see every piece of content that you put out. But what your prospects need in order to turn themselves from a cold market prospect into somebody who is a lead is exposure to you. They need to build up that know, like, and trust factor. And so when you do something like show up consistently, it creates that trust factor for them. It would be more valuable for your prospects if you just showed up once a week with a high value piece of content rather than showing up every single day on social media with just fluff. If you follow me here, then you know that I show up with a new episode for you each and every Monday. And the fourth thing that top earners do to make sure that they have an endless stream of leads is they have an impeccable follow-up system in place. Now, your system does not have to be high tech and it does not have to be fancy. It just has to be effective and it has to work for you. Something as simple as a spreadsheet with a name, contact information, and when you follow it up and the results of your conversation is all that you really need. Now in 2020, we have a ton of resources available at our fingertips that can make this even prettier. Trello is a common tool that people use to keep track of their follow-ups. But the most important part is that when somebody moves from cold prospect into lead, that they are tracked somehow so that you don't let them slip through the cracks. There's no point in doing all of this work in order to attract leads to you and then not following up. You've heard the term that the fortune is in the follow-up, and that's absolutely true. If you turn this faucet on and have an endless stream of leads, then it's going to be way too much information to keep track of just up here. You're going to need to find a system where you can record who reached out to you, when, and what the result of that conversation was. Now I have a question for you, but let's recap here. The path that top earners take to have an endless stream of leads coming to them is to clarify who exactly is that one ideal person that you're talking to, getting outside of your comfort zone to show up for them, doing it consistently so that they can rely on you, and then having an impeccable follow-up system in place. The cool part about having leads come to you rather than you reaching out to people is that you can use your time more wisely and more effectively. I am all about leveraging time because I am a mom of 3 and running my business part-time. So if you want any of the hacks that I have found in order to make that work, then I invite you to download my Time Hack Toolkit. It'll give you the tools that you need to have the impact you want in the time frame that you have available. I'll put the link in the comments below. Question of the week: what's the most challenging aspect of marketing your business to you that you're facing right now? Drop in the comments below and let us all know. As always, thanks for joining, and I will see you back here next week.